Hey guys, it's Lisa and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to take some just everyday items and turn them into fall decor. Most of them without doing anything permanently to them. If you're like me, I decorate somewhat for fall. I really like fall decor, but it just doesn't seem like it lasts long enough, so I don't want to do much. And this is just some things that you can take around your house and add a little something to them and turn them into fall decor. So this is just a little crock jug that I have, and this is from my own house. And now I've just cut a little stick here, and I'm just going to put it in the top, kind of like a cork, and add some greenery around the top, and then this will be finished. And now it just resembles a pumpkin. So that's what a lot of these are going to be, just some little things that you can turn into either pumpkin decor or something fall related. Obviously, you want to start with something that's somewhat shaped like a pumpkin. It doesn't have to be exactly like a pumpkin, but just something that you can add some fall greenery to and give the illusion of a pumpkin. And there are lots of crock jugs that have the right shape. Even if they have a little bit more of a neck, you can just tie something around that. But this one I thought was the perfect shape for that. Now, you could also take a book and turn it into a pumpkin. And I have a video from last year where I made a pumpkin with a book, but I painted it and did some extra embellishments. But this is just a book that's already orange. That I thrifted this book, and that's why I thrifted it, because of the color. Because I feel like since this is giving the illusion of a pumpkin, the more fall-like the color, the better. And this being a traditional color for pumpkin, I thought was perfect. Now I'm just kind of tying something around the top, and I just took that little knife, any knife. It doesn't have to be an old knife, but I just stuck it down in the top. Now it works better, I think, if you have somewhat of a chunky handle on it, like this one, so that the knife part just slides down in, and then that chunky handle stops it. Plus you're going to tie something around the top, so that will also stop it. Now you could do something to permanently close this, but I didn't, because I'm just going to stand it up and it will stay in place. Or even more so, you could put it on a plate rack, and then it would help hold it closed and stand it up. But I don't want to add anything big to the top or anything very decorative. I just want to add a little something to give it that pumpkin look. And I think this would be really pretty to put in a library or on a bookshelf containing books to decorate with. So now here is a very simple thing, just a little ball of twine, and I put an old clothespin in the top, and I'll tie something around that, and that will also look like a little pumpkin. Now you could do some orange twine. Obviously that would look even more so like it, but I just like this neutral look of this. And you don't have to glue anything, just stick that leaf down in there and then stick your stem in. And you wouldn't have to use a clothespin. I just thought that was appropriate for this. But obviously you could put a little stick down in there, or just a number of things that would work for this one. And then the next thing that I'm going to use is some little Bundt pans. And these just happen to be iron instead of the lighter weight ones. And I know that probably most of you have seen these on Pinterest, where they just paint them a pumpkin color and give the illusion of a pumpkin with these. Now you could take two exactly the same and put one on the bottom and then set the other one over the top of it, so that it was shaped like a pumpkin on the bottom also. But the ones that I've seen, they just do the top. And I feel like this is one where you kind of do need to paint it, because you're not going to get the illusion so much of a pumpkin without a traditional pumpkin color. Now you could do one of these in the orange and then maybe do an off-white or a light turquoise of some kind. Sea glass would be a beautiful color for this. But I do feel like you need at least one traditional color pumpkin to give that illusion. So I just give this one coat of this is actually terracotta. I love this color. It's a Dixie Belle color, and I love this for painting pumpkins because I think it's a good muted good muted orange, and it just really has the look of a pumpkin, I think. So after you paint them and they're dry, then I actually have a little bit of floral foam down inside this one so that I can stick my floral down in there. And I'm just putting just a little bit of fall floral in and a couple of leaves. And then for the stem of this one, I'm going to use an old doorknob. Again, there's a number of things that you could use for the stem. Just use your imagination. And I actually like to use things that you would recognize as what they are. I just think that that's part of the charm of these. They're going to know that that's what these are, but it's just going to have that pumpkin look. Now this one, I'm just going to use an old, I guess this is a juicer, but I'm just going to stick that down in there. This is just a piece that I thrifted, and it worked perfectly on the small one. And I didn't mention that on the small one, the reason the color is a little different, I think it's the color of the pumpkins that you would actually cook with when you use the terracotta and then you use white wax over the top of it. But I think those just make the cutest little pumpkin ideas. And then on the next one, I'm just going to take a little basket and turn it upside down. And so that's going to kind of resemble a pumpkin. I could paint this, but I think I'm just going to leave this the color that it is. And this is one piece from a salt and pepper shaker, just an old silver plate salt and pepper shaker. I'm not going to glue that on or anything. I'm just going to set it there and just kind of lay some greenery on the top. And this is just something that obviously you're not going to sell this. It's not something that you could sell, but I'm just trying to give you some ideas on ways to decorate for fall. And I just love using items to decorate with in the kitchen that are kitchen related items. I think that's just part of the charm of it. Now, if you wanted to make this greenery a little bit more stationary, all you would have to do would be twist it together with some wire and then wrap that around your salt shaker. Now, this is just a breadboard, and this is just a very thin breadboard that I purchased at one point from a wholesale place, and they're so thin that they're not usable really for a breadboard. So I don't mind doing doing something permanent to change this. And I'm not on this side. I'm just, as you can see, this is going to look like a pumpkin with a stem. But I'm going to embellish around the neck just with that raffia grass and some greenery. Then I'll tie a hang tag around it. And then with this one, I went ahead and painted the other side a pumpkin color. That way you can pull this embellishment around to that side and make it look more like a pumpkin. But then after fall, if you wanted, you could add some Christmas greenery to the other side and just have it be a regular breadboard with some Christmas greenery tied around it. And obviously there's just any number of items that you can turn into fall decor. Just kind of go through your house and look for fall shapes. And I know that I haven't really crafted anything in this, but I just wanted to give you guys some ideas to keep you from having to buy as much of your fall decor. And then it's also things that you don't really have to store when fall is over. Don't forget, if you want to make a Christmas hang tag, I will attach my address in the description so that you can send your hang tags for me to decorate a tree in the store with. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless you and your family.